Good afternoon, everybody. It is Cohenversations number 28. 28. First of all, I've made 28 of these, Mom. If you were listening earlier on at one of my earlier Cohenversations, I talked about my mother's lucky numbers being 8, 18, and 28. So I made 28. Yes, here we are. And so this one's for you, Mom. Although you would probably not really care about the subject. So there you go. Um, Hi, Toddy. Hi, Larry. Hi, Larry. Hi, Eric. Oh my God, got a bunch of them. Um, anyway, yes, it was a cough, but don't worry. I'm fine. I'm fine. I've just been talking a lot today. Um, Being second day back to work. Woohoo! Today is Thursday, April something. I think it's the 23rd. I believe it's the 23rd. Um, and I wanted to talk about something. The little note here that I wrote said it's musings on the essential workers. I'm sorry, essential workers. Um, and bunch of what? Toddy, what did? Stop rambling and get to the point, Eric. Stop interrupting me. So there you go. Anyway, here's the point. I was talking to my wife earlier and I said, what should I talk about today? Because I really don't have a lot of time to think about and plan these things now that I'm back to work. And she said, why don't you talk about how important it is to have our gardeners? Now, granted, this is a first world problem, whether or not to have gardeners. But it brings up something. I was talking to my sister a few days ago, and she was talking about the fact that in Northern California, where she lives, they are actually talking about fining people if they have gardeners come to work on their house. Now, I am all for supporting all of our social distancing rules and all of that. I have a hard time figuring out why it should be dangerous for gardeners to come to your house and work outside your house. But that's beside the point. I'm not here to talk politics, all right? But the reasoning they gave was that being a gardener is not an essential worker. Now, I understand what government means when they talk about essential workers. I get it. You don't need to instruct me on that. But I kind of dislike the term essential workers. Who amongst us is not essential? This is my point. Being essential, like being beautiful, is in the eye of the beholder. Um, I may believe that certain things are essential that other people do not. My friend Owen has just showed up, and I will be the first one to say that he is performing an essential duty at 2 o'clock by going out onto his balcony and entertaining the few people that are standing outside and the masses that are watching him online. That is an essential worker. Gardeners are essential workers. We really, it's really, really easy during this lockdown to let ourselves go. Um, it's one of the reasons I decided to shave my beard on Monday, was because I was looking at myself saying, you've let yourself go. um, yes, it's growing back. I'm not going to be crazy about it. I'm not getting up every morning and shaving. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. But I do intend to keep shaving maybe on a weekly basis, maybe every few days, I don't know, because I think it is essential for us to try to keep up our appearances. Not for anybody else, but so that we can look at ourselves and say, oh, look, we are in the living world. We matter. We need to present ourselves in such a way that says we have a future. It's important. And in the same way, it's important to keep up the front of the house, to keep up the back of the house. Think about it. If we let our lawns go, our plants go for the last month and a half, it would be a jungle out there. Literally, a jungle. And that may be fine. It's not going to hurt anything. It certainly supplies more oxygen to the atmosphere. But it's not particularly good for the plants to let them go unchecked. That's why you have your trees pruned once a year. That's why you keep trimming the weeds, pulling the weeds, mowing the lawn, because there is a good sense of care involved, both for the appearance and the health of a plant. There's a good sense of care in keeping ourselves up to par. Larry, Quino, don't worry about it. You can just continue looking the way you looked. But it's an important thing. And I think my message today is that whether the government looks at you and says you are an essential worker or you're non-essential, don't let that carry over into how you actually view yourself. Fine. Your job may not be essential for the forward movement of your township, which I think is what it really comes down to. Can society survive without your particular job? But even when we get to that point, I think it's important to ask, in the long run, can society survive without what we do? Um, right now, through my day job, putting together an online presence for the Discovery Cube, the science museum I work for, so that kids and parents have a place to go to get some science lessons. Um, that's essential. That is definitely essential. And probably we are deemed essential because it's education. But entertainment is essential too. I like to think that me talking to you about mindless crap is essential. Because for one reason or another, you are coming. So that tells me that some of you need to hear my mindless rants. So look at yourself and recognize the essentiality, I just made up a word, of you as an individual, what you bring to the planet. I know I've gone online and seen a lot of people talking about how they don't feel the drive to do anything, that they're feeling depressed, that they're feeling worthless. None of you are worthless if you are getting online and having anyone respond to you. Because if somebody is responding to you, you matter to them. You are essential to them. Their life would be less worthwhile without you in it. So, what's more essential than that? Contributing to somebody else's well being. That is something we all need to remind ourselves of. Trust me, I need to remind constantly that to somebody at some point, what I do matters. And I would challenge each one of you to find those elements of yourself that are essential. And if you have trouble finding the elements of yourself that are essential, then contact me. Because if you're watching this, I probably know you, and I probably know exactly why you're essential. So I am more than willing to tell you why you are essential. At the very least, why you are essential to me. But we all need to do that. We all need to be a lot more open and sharing in what is important about the people in our lives. We had a meeting today, just to share, getting a lot of our team back together from the education department at Discovery Cube. The energy that everyone brought to the table made me, at least, feel so alive and so excited to be part of this team. And it's important to reach out. Whether you have a paycheck coming because of it or not, it is important to reach out and share the essential qualities that you bring to the world with others, and to accept their essential qualities and let them know about it. That's what's important. Let them know. So right now I am letting you all know you are absolutely essential to my well-being. Thank you for contributing to my life. And on that, I will leave you with a few interesting things to remember that I'm sure you never think about. Wash your hands. Stay far apart from each other. Don't touch your face. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow for my 29th. Bye, everybody.